Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Grind, Yahoo's action sports rap show ignited by Ballpark. I'm Erica Hosseini. We begin with Australia's Mick Fanning, who capped one of the greatest second-half comebacks in the history of pro surfing by clinching his second world title on Saturday at the Billabong Pipeline Masters. It was the first time in 6 years the title race came down to the final stop of the ASP Tour, and the only men left standing were Fanning and his good friend Joel Parkinson. Mick was solid in his first heat versus Hawaiian local Tory Meister. A couple huge late drops into some backdoor caverns sealed him a victory in the third round and put the pressure squarely on Parko, who had to keep pace. Joel jumped into the lead over local boy Gavin Gillette and looked solid with just over 5 minutes to go. Then Gillette nabbed this beautiful backside bomb, and when he emerged, a 9.0 score shot him into the lead. The ocean went quiet after that, and Parko's last gasp didn't come until the buzzer. This wipeout sealed his fate, handing Mick his world title, which makes him our Ballpark Alpha Dog of the Week. For more insights into this amazing battle, we go to our own Chris Morrow, who's with Coach Ian Cairns.
Well, thank you, Erica and Ian Cairns. What a fantastic year it's been in this ASP horse race. Mick Fanning, great comeback.
No, this wasn't a comeback. Mick was there the whole year. His surfing was way up there. He lost to Parko in the semi-finals at Kira on a 10-point ride. He lost at Jeffreys Bay to Michel Perez on a 10-point ride. His surfing was right up there. Parko just had the run going and won those 3 events and got out in front.
Well, Parko, and when he jumped out to that early lead, he won 3 of the first 5 contests. It seems like all of Australia jumped on the Parko bandwagon, you know, shifting from the Fanning bandwagon that they were on 2 years before. Did that take some pressure off Mick?
No, I think it actually fired Mick up. And that's the sort of thing, you know, for us, we love to be the underdog and to fight back, and I'm sure Mick was going, you know, I'm going to kill Parko. And when he came to Trestles and won there, I knew that the light bulb went off in his head and he said, I can win and I'm going to go for it hard. Mick's surfing was right up there, as good as it's ever been. His determination and his fitness and everything is better than anyone. And the moment you open a door for a guy like that and he gets the win under his belt and gets confident, and you saw what happened. Go out of the next event, he wins 2, and bingo, it's all over.
But still, both those guys go home to Coolangatta as heroes.
Well, they go back to Coolangatta.
Coolangatta, sorry.
And yes, they're both going to be hailed as, you know, great Australian surfers, but I'm pretty disappointed for Parko personally, because I think that might really pull the wind out of his sails, and he may struggle to ever get that close again.
You don't think he'll take from Mick's old injury comeback and the whole thing?
I think they're different personalities, and I think Mick is much harder charger and more motivated to win.
Well, we will see next year. Mick Fanning, your 2009 ASP World Champion. Erica, back to you.
Thanks, guys. And while the surf season wrapped at Pipeline, snowboarders in the pipe at Copper Mountain were just getting started as the U.S. Grand Prix got underway. With the Olympics right around the corner, there's plenty on the line as the competitive snowboard season begins. The Grand Prix at Copper is the first of 5 Olympic qualifiers. Saturday featured a showdown between Shaun White and Louis Vito, who squared off in the final, but they certainly weren't the only notables. Grind TV's own Adrian Roan Ritter was on the scene and caught up with former pipe champion and coach Jesse Fulton for some reaction.
All right, thanks for sitting down with us today, Jesse. We saw a lot of falling going on right off the bat. Can you tell me what was going on there?
Well, yeah, you got to take everything into play at this event. Obviously, it was the first event of the season, so everybody's a little rusty. Also, the weather was up and down. You know, it was windy, and then it was snowy, then it was sunny. So the conditions of the pipe will change, and the riders just can't accommodate to it.
Shaun White, big winner today. Not really a huge surprise. Can you walk us through his run and why he deserved that win?
Well, you know, it was obvious why he deserved that win, because it was a flawless run, and it pushed the envelope of freestyle snowboarding as a whole. But he started off with a huge lean air into a backside 9, into a 1080 double cork, into a cab 1080 double cork, linking those 2 up, right into another 1080, into another cab 1080, 4 1080s, a 9, and a massive straight air. It's just an undisputed run. It's perfect. I don't know what else he could do. And with that, you know, his first run, he locked it in, highest score of the day. There was no need for a second run or for him to step up his game. So he enjoyed the half pipe and had a victory lap, and it was it was almost more impressive than some of the guys' runs as a whole. So it's just kind of funny how he can goof around like that for a victory lap and still lay down a run that could rival the best.
Let's talk about Louis Beetle a little bit.
I was one of Louis' first coaches when he was a little grommet, and to watch him now, you know, I guess those dance moves paid off because he was flipping and spinning and Lucy Lewin all over that half pipe today.
This is just a little taste of what's going to go down in Vancouver this winter.
Thanks, Adrian. Well, that's it for now, so we'll see you next week. In the meantime, stick with GrindTV.com for all the latest in action sports news.